Everyone, and welcome back to Slowpoke Racing and to Tyre Shredders Racing Academy, supported by Sarah Grace and Hopper's Motorsport Vlogs. Now we're in Austria at Spielberg at the Red Bull Ring, or the big penalty zone, as we like to call it. 2.6 miles of it, 10 turns, and yeah, penalty pretty much every turn. We're with the Tyre Shredders Racing Academy, as I've said, and this is race 2 of 2. The first one was a bit wet. You can see though that the sun has come out and the track has dried out. The crowd are out there with the t-shirts and the sunglasses on, ready for another exciting race. So without further ado, we will have a look down the grid. It looks like it's a reverse grid, and we've got an extra driver, which is fantastic to see. So let's have a look, shall we, and see where everybody is. Corky is in pole position. Vane is in second. Hopper's third. Mark is fourth. Cy is fifth. Winner of the last race, Racing Sim, is sixth. And Ghost Pepper has joined us. Now, I've not seen Ghost Pepper before, so it's nice to see some new drivers. Mark and Vane also new to me, but they did race in the first one. Ghost Pepper didn't, but it's good that he's joined for this race. So yeah, let's see what he can do, and let's go back up to the top and get this race started. And we are away and racing. Good start from everybody, and it looks like Ghost Pepper has already made a space up as Vane takes us through turn 1. So Vane in the lead at the minute. Corky in second. Hopper's in third. All very bunched up as we climb the hill through turn 2 here in the Red Bull Ring. Up towards turn 3 then at Remus. It's all going to get very tight through here, and yeah, a bit of ghosting. Good job actually, otherwise that could have been quite a pile up, but we are all still facing the right way, thankfully. Vane has now taken over the lead with Corky just behind, and Ghost Pepper has made his way up into third position already, all the way from the back, and he's up into P2, so it looks like the guys have got a bit of a challenger in amongst them. It does look like some penalties picked up. Did I see? Yes, we did. 1 second each for Racing Sim and Mark. Well, that's a bit cruel, isn't it? 1 second already, and we're only on lap 1. So those two at the back, they're going to be serving their penalties now. Brakes on and off again. So they're going to be side by side into turn 9. Almost forgot where we were then. So into turn 9 goes Racing Sim. Mark at the back and 7th. Up at the front then, and Corky, a bit of a door bashing session it looked like with Ghost Pepper, but now we've got almost 4 wide as we cross the start finish line and head towards turn 1 at Nicky Lauda curve, and Cy tries to go around the outside, so does Hoppers. Both go very wide. Cy though sneak through and has now taken up P1. Hoppers on the inside though is putting in an attack. He has got a half a second penalty, but it looks like he's going to hold that line as we go up the hill towards turn 3. So Hopper's in the lead at the minute. Just got to get that car slowed down. And who's that got a bit out of sorts? I didn't see, but they managed to hold on to it. I think it might have been Cy in second, but he did manage to catch it. Ghost Pepper now down into third. On the attack though, looking at getting P2 away from Cy. He's gone on the inside as we approach turn 4. No, we got around there nice and safely. Everybody's still very, very bunched up. Nobody really being able to get away from anybody else. A bit of a door bashing session going on again between Corky and Vane, but I'm not surprised. It's that tight out on this track. It's almost like you're looking at the M25 there, with everybody so bunched up. Racing Sim at the back with another penalty. He'll be cussing and cursing, I'm pretty sure of it. So Corky now down to 5th, was leading at one point. Still the door bumping goes on. Oh, as Vane goes very wide, so did I didn't see who it was, but I'm not surprised. They're all so close. As Si takes over the lead now, then Ghost Pepper's got a penalty, Hoppers has got a penalty. So Si out in front. Ghost Pepper will need to get by him and well, open up probably about a second lead, because when he serves that half a second it will equate to about 1 second, but it looks like he's going to have to sit there in P2. He's not too bad at the minute because Hoppers behind him has got a penalty as well. That's if Hopper stays in third and Ghost Pepper stays in second. Vane, he's picked up a penalty as well, but he's got a 1 second. So you can see why we call this the penalty zone. The key to this track really is just staying within the track limits and not picking penalties up. As Racing Sim has a look up the inside of Vane as they go through turn 4. Racing Sim now moves up into 4th, but ends up going a little bit deep. Vane having a look up the inside though, can't get that one done. So it is now Si out in front. Ghost Pepper is in second. He's going to be serving that penalty very shortly. Hopper's in third, also going to be serving a penalty. That means Racing Sim will probably go through into P3. Mark's just sitting there behind. We've got Vane, he's just about to serve, well, 1.5 seconds, so he might as well get out and have a walk round having served that. So Vane all the way back down to 7th. Out in front though, Si starting to open up a bit of a gap, and I think he's broke that slipstream. He may have even broke the boost. So if that's the case, Si can start to pull away and relax a little bit, concentrate on getting some decent laps in, which is what he's done. Currently a 1:36.8 is the fastest lap, which was Si's last lap. Racing Sim now into P2 with Ghost Pepper just sitting behind him trying to pick up the slipstream. Then we've got the rest of the cars all very bunched up. And it seems to be where the cars are bunching is where the penalties are being picked up as well, and it's because there is just no room on track, which is why the guys are having to break the track limits. The guys in front can just concentrate. They can use as much of the track as they dare, but they can do it safely, as you can see Si doing that as he goes through turn 4. Racing Sim excuse me, I need a quick drink. Racing Sim coming under attack from Ghost Pepper. Let's jump on board with Ghost Pepper as we come around turn 6 at launch and start the descent down the hill. Quick look in the mirror there and we can see Mark chasing us down through turn 7 at Worth curve. Chasing Race Sim through turn 8, heading down still towards Rint at turn 9. Now this is where you've got to be careful. You do not start breaking track limits. You can see Racing Sim trying to make that turn as wide as possible, and into turn 10 we go, nice and clean for Racing Sim and Ghost Pepper. So that's Ghost Pepper sitting in third and the battle raging just behind. So let's leave Ghost Pepper alone a minute and see what's happening behind him, as Mark is in P4 coming under attack from Corky as they get into Nicky Lauda curve. Mark still holding on to P4, Corky in 5th, Vane in 6th and Hoppers down in 7th for now. Hoppers had a great first race, didn't he, in the wet, and well, he's put in a fastest section at the minute, so Hoppers on a charge. He's just letting the guys in front of him have a good old fight, hoping that one of them makes a mistake. Into turn 4 then, Vane and Corky almost side by side. Hoppers, he's having a look, he just can't find a way past, can he, with the guys in front of him. But it's a fantastic battle that's taking place. Corky currently in 5th, he's almost side by side with Mark there, he's on the attack. Vane also trying to find a way by, but also got to do a bit of defending. Oh, there was a big bit of contact there with Mark and Corky, I think it was. Let's just have a look. Yeah, Corky just cut too much of that corner, and as he came through the exit, he caught the back end of Mark's car. Now Corky has slowed down, he's doing the right thing. He's waiting for Mark, but Mark, well, has he got a problem? I don't know. He's stuck on that barrier. We're going to leave him alone for now. Corky has slowed down, but back up and racing now, so he may have been told to keep going. Mark having some issues. That's unfortunate. He's got damage at the front. Let's hope he gets back on track as soon as he can. Maybe a little bit concussed. We need to get the medics over there, I think, and get him checked out. He may be unconscious, actually. Has he passed out? I'm not so sure. Let's get the medics over there and get him checked out. The marshals really should be there by now. But anyway, back up to our race leader, Si. The gap, I think, has come down a little bit. Racing Sim is catching up. Racing Sim currently in P2, and he is catching up. Now let's just have a look at the tyres. I think they're all on the Racing Softs. They are. It's Racing Sim with the fastest lap now, 1:36.2. So he has knocked a tenth off of Si's fastest lap. So the gap is definitely coming down. Now they may well get a yellow flag waved at them now, because they are approaching turn 8, which is where, yeah, there we go. The yellow flag is being waved, which is unfortunate really, especially for the guys further back that are having a battle. And it's because Mark is probably receiving medical attention there at turn 8. And Corky with a 2-second penalty. So he's going to be serving that now. You can just see Mark's car in the background. I think the car's been abandoned as they've airlifted him off to hospital via helicopter. Well, the car is rolling, so maybe one of the marshals has jumped in it. Or has Mark been patched up, given an injection, got the magic sponge out and put back in the car? Yes, I think he has. The helicopter was sent away, so Mark is back up and running. They've put a sticky plaster over it, and he's off and running again. Back up to our leader then, Si. We're just approaching 10.5 minutes into this 20-minute race, and Si out in front, but he has got Racing Sim chasing him down now. Racing Sim with a half-a-second penalty, and I'm sure Si will be a bit relieved to see that. Hopper's in third with 3 seconds. Vane as well with a 3-second penalty. That is ridiculous. Where have you picked that up from, guys? You must have actually left the track and gone to the shops or something. That is ridiculous to get 3 seconds, but nevertheless, 3 seconds is what they've got. So when they reach the penalty zone, both Hoppers and Vane will probably get out of the car and have a chat and a cigarette and a drink and then get back in. It's going to be that long waiting for those 3 seconds to go down. As we're just approaching, as we exit turn 8, we are straight into the penalty zone, and you can see the bars start to fill up, and bang, there you go, the cars have stopped. Mark back up and running then in 7th, good to see him back on the track. Si out in front with Racing Sim just behind him. We're just going to leave these two for a minute because they're not close enough to race. Let's have a look where the action is. Ghost Pepper currently in P3 but carrying a half-a-second. Corky is just behind him in 4th as they go into turn 1 for the 8th time. Hopper's in 5th, and then Vane in 6th. He's also got a penalty. So like I said at the beginning, the key to this track is to stay penalty free. So Hopper's looking to attack Ghost Pepper, or Ghost Prepper. Sorry, I'm calling him Ghost Pepper. I do apologise, it's Ghost Prepper. So as Hoppers looks to attack Ghost Prepper as they come down towards turn 4, Corky picks up half a second, currently in P3. So Hoppers could get himself up onto the podium. Oh, bit of a bumper kiss there, and well, everybody's gone off. Look, we've all decided to park up. We won't go back and have a look at that one because all 4 of them sort of had a bit of an issue there at turn 4. They all parked up, and then they all got going again. So Hoppers moves up into P3 with 2 guys behind him ready to serve their penalty, which means that Vane, well, he's picked up a 1 second as well. So everybody with penalties except Hoppers. So Hoppers will try and open up a slight gap then back to the guys behind him as Corky gets his foot down and tries to catch back up to Hoppers and get back into the slipstream. If the boost is on, which I suspect it is, then the guys will catch up pretty quickly, and Hoppers would have really loved to get away. Now then, let's just have a look what's happening up at the top then, with Si still out in front, but Racing Sim almost on top of him, but carrying half a second again. A big drift from Si around turn 3. It looks great, but it does scrub some time off, so that's enabled Racing Sim to get a little bit closer. As I say, sliding round corners does look fantastic, but it does slow you down. So Racing Sim, Si makes a mistake as we go into turn 4, or rather on the exit of turn 4. That's allowed Si to get alongside him. Si now on the inside as we go into turn 6. Side by side action, and Racing Sim, well, he's going to have to serve his penalty. Si on the inside, still side by side, so Racing Sim not giving this one up, even though he's got to serve a penalty. Again, a big sigh of relief I think will be coming from Si, as it allows him to just pull ahead of Racing Sim and maybe 1 or 2 car lengths. But Racing Sim, it's not going to be long before he's back on top of him again, as we are fast approaching the 15-minute mark in this second of 2 races. And there you can see Racing Sim, although he's picked up another half a second, he's having a good old look at Si as we go into turn 1. Let's just see what's happening further down, shall we? As Ghost Prepper in 3rd, he's got Hoppers and Corky both chasing him down. These two going side by side across the start finish line. It looks like Vane is going to have a look at the inside of Hoppers. He's trying to position himself there, isn't he? Hoppers, is he aware that Vane is even there? Hoppers manages to hold on to P4, Vane in 5th, Corky in 6th with Mark. Well, he's caught up, hasn't he? So a fantastic recovery race from Mark. He has caught up, although I do believe he's a lap down. The dogs decided to start barking as well. It's getting that exciting. Racing Sim, well, Racing Sim's managed to get P1 away from Si, but he is about to serve that penalty, so Si will retake the lead. And looked like Racing Sim went a bit wide there. Yeah, he did. So he's picked up another half a second, giving him a second penalty in total. So Si will retake the lead of this race as Racing Sim serves that penalty. 4 minutes to go then, as a gap opens up between Si and Racing Sim. Racing Sim, all the hard work that he put in to catch up and overtake Si, all come undone with just a couple of mistakes. Ghost Prepper serving a penalty, coming in 3rd. No, Vane's got by, and Mark, it looks like Mark has managed to unlap himself well with these guys anyway. So a great run from Mark. So Mark coming in 7th, he's on a bit of a charge, isn't he? He's managed to get by the mid-pack. I don't think, to be honest, he's going to be able to unlap himself completely, because Si and Racing Sim are just too far up the road. But Mark is on an absolute charge. Whatever it is they injected him with after that crash, is, well, we could all do with a bit of that, couldn't we? He is absolutely flying now. Let's just keep it clean, Mark. We don't want to be picking up any penalties. I would love to see you catch up to Si and Racing Sim, at least unlap yourself. That would be a brilliant achievement. So we'll keep an eye on him. Up at the front then, Si, well, he's come under attack from Racing Sim again as these two go side by side around turn 6, down towards Worth Curve at turn 7. Si just has to slot in behind Racing Sim as Racing Sim takes over the lead now and is penalty free. Down towards turn 9 then, it is Racing Sim leading from Si. There is hardly anything between them as they carry on down the hill through 9 into turn 10 at Red Bull Mobile. Ooh, trying to desperately keep hold of that car so it doesn't break track limits. We do not want to be picking any more penalties up, guys. We have 2 minutes left, so probably 2 more laps for these guys, including this one. Into turn 1. Again, we don't want to go too deep, and it looks like Racing Sim may have gone a little bit deep into turn 1. Let's just keep an eye on it. Yeah, he's got away with it. He's got away with it, which is good. Now he's trying to pull away from sight. Hopper's sitting in third with the rest of the group just behind him. A fantastic battle going on here. Let's go on board, shall we? With let's go on board with Corky. And if we look to the side there, we've got Ghost Prepper and Vane, I think it is, as these 3 guys all battle their way up to turn 3, just behind Hoppers as Corky. Whoa, a big slide in there goes Ghost Prepper, trying to get that car slowed down. Vane goes very deep, and that's got to be a penalty surely, as Corky has to drop down to 6. Now has Vane got away with it? It looks like he has, actually. Hopper's still holding on to 3rd. He's taking a very defensive line, isn't he, Hoppers? As again, there's a bit of a door bashing session between Vane and Ghost Prepper. Corky just looking for a bit of a gap. There is one in between the 2 of them, but you really don't want to be going in there, do you? Oh, a nudge. Well held, Corky. I thought he was going to go too wide then. No room, look. There's a rolling roadblock in front of him as Vane and Ghost Prepper battle it out through these 3 turns. Corky just cannot find a way through. Fantastic racing. Let's just sit in the passenger seat, shall we, just for a minute. Through turn 9, down the hill, into turn 10. Ghost Prepper, a slight mistake. Oh, Corky really didn't have anywhere to go then. Ghost Prepper picks up a penalty, so does Vane. Oh, and I've missed this. Oh, there we go. I've missed the end, and I do apologise for that. So let's go back up. I've gone too far now, haven't I? I've gone way too far. I was getting that carried away watching the guys racing. So there we go. Let's we've got up to Racing Sim. So as predicted, these guys are going to get another lap in. Hoppers in 3rd. Let's have a look where Hoppers is. So Hoppers just coming around turn 9 now. I think these guys are going to finish first, and Racing Sim aside going to get another lap in. Let's have a look. Hoppers around turn 10, just trying to hold on to it. Going to go across the line. Picks up a penalty, and Hoppers, yeah, no, Corky finishes in 3rd. Hoppers in 4th because of that penalty. Vane in 5th. Ghost Prepper gets 6th. Mark is going to finish in 7th. A good effort from him to try and unlap himself. You can see how close he got to the guys in front. So a great effort from Mark, although he is carrying that 1 second penalty. So back up to the leader, Racing Sim. Looks like he's going to get victory number 2 here at the Red Bull Ring as we follow him around turn 6. Then these last few turns, if he can make it without picking up a penalty, this race should be his as we head down to the final 2 turns then. Great effort from side, but fantastic racing from Racing Sim. Really showed his class and really deserved that win. So well done to him. Si, fantastic racing from Si. Well done to him. And well, what a fantastic effort from Mark to try and unlap himself. So that was race 2. Now next week is going to be the final race, I believe, and it is going to be at Dragon Trail Seaside. And I believe it's the reverse track as well. So yeah, we're going to look forward to that one. Join me then, and I shall catch you all later.